This is it. We are rolling. We are rolling, Joe Larson. This is episode 366 of No Laugh Track Podcast. I am Justin Severson. My guest is Joe Larson. I've already said his name. I said his name before my name.
Yeah, that's appropriate.
That is appropriate.
All Thank you. Yep.
We're here. It is January. It is a Thursday afternoon, and it's been a little over a year. No, a little short of a year since I've talked to Joe. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be back in Minneapolis. The last time I was here was during the polar vortex. Do you remember the polar vortex?
I do because I listened back to episodes. Okay. So I listened back to the one that we did last year.
Negative 57 is what
Joe,
it was.
This is 100% your fault. What's happening today?
I agree.
98%?
No, I'll take it. I do control the weather. I'm very powerful.
Here's the thing.
I am what a lot of rednecks think the gays are. They're like, oh my goodness, they're controlling the weather. They sent in the tornado and there's earthquakes because of the gays. You know. This is my coming out episode. I'm gay, you guys. I'm gay, only for the superpowers, though. That's why I'm gay. I'll blow a dude to control the weather. That's what I'll do.
I tell you what, if you could do anything to change it back quickly.
Hell no, God damn it. It's always, the gays never get credit for the good weather. You know, it's never like, hey, it's 68 in March. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's the gays. Thank you, gays. How great is that? The rains came in Australia. Oh, those gays. Thank goodness for them.
That's what we're hoping for. Yeah, absolutely. I looked it up, Joe.
Yeah.
So when I looked at the weather this morning, it was -4. Okay. So then I did a search of, I looked up the date you were here last year. January 31st is the day that we recorded the podcast last year. The weather that day, -5.
Wow.
So -4, -5.
Next year, -3.
Very consistent. 2. So congratulations on that.
Well, I'm a negative person. I'm not a very positive person.
As we said, you're good with your skills.
I'm good.
You're pretty much freaking nailing it.
I'm nailing it. I like consistency.
Honestly, if you come back a year from now and it's 3 below,
we got to start.
It's not going to be okay.
We got to start taking bets on something. We got to start figuring out some kind of numerology on that.
Yeah, absolutely. How's the last year been? So that was the end of January. Now we're in the middle of January 2020.
Yeah.
How's the last year going?
So last year when I was here, I went shooting guns. So there was a buddy of mine who lives here in town, and I was like, let's go do something, and something manly, something, crazy. And he's like, all right, you want to go shoot skeet? And I was like, hell yeah, I want to go shoot skeet. And so, on the one day that it was not in the negatives, it was Saturday, the last day I was here, it was 22 degrees, and so we went and shot skeet, which was super fun. And his buddy, he was like, my buddy's got guns, it'll be cool. And then we get there, and his buddy's like, I sold all my guns. And I was like, why is that? And he goes, because I'm buying a machine gun. And I said, like a AK-47? He goes, no, a World War I 50 caliber saw, belt-fed machine gun. It's only legal because it's an antique, you know?
Yeah.
I said, oh, so it's not operational? He said, I wouldn't buy it if it wasn't operational.
Right. Yeah, I know what's
shitting
coming.
me? I can't wait to shoot this thing.
No.
Yeah, and it's like, okay. And he was like, next time you're out here, you got to come out and shoot this fucking World War I machine gun. And then he started getting really boned up on that. And I was like, that sounds amazing. And he goes, dude, I know a guy with a tank. And I was like, who are you? He's a real estate agent, but he knows a guy somewhere south of town here that has a tank that he bought, and you can drive around his property.
There was a name that came up when we were chatting in the bar before here. This wasn't comedian Dave Mordahl that sold these guns and has a tank. Because that's sort of his brand.
It would be spot on for Dave.
Yeah.
But no, Dave's would be more like, I have a Dodge Omni that I jacked up and threw big mutters on, and it's got spikes on the front, and it's
right.
great. The exhaust, it's run off of Marlboro cigarettes. And
what do you think of that thick smoke?
Yeah, pretty great, isn't it?
You cut right through it. Oh my God.
Yeah, so I may not be back next year. I may just be in a militia by the end of this week.
So are you going to go? I missed that. Did you say you're going out to shoot this thing?
So I got called yesterday by the guy, and he's like, so Saturday, are we going shooting? And I just said yes. And I don't know anything other than that. So I don't know if I'm shooting a machine gun, or if I'm driving a tank, or if I'm shooting skeet, or what we're shooting. But Friday, I'm going indoor skydiving. And Saturday, I'm going to go shoot some stuff. I'm doing it up, Minnesota.
What? You're going indoor skydiving?
Have you seen it?
Here?
Yeah. So there's a place called, I think, iFly, and it's a big wind tunnel. And you get inside of this thing, and it's like, you know that in the game shows where they're like, you're going to get in the box of money, and it's a fan, and the money just flips all over the place? It looks like that, but with people. So you just get in there, and wow, 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 wow. So I'm stoked about that. That'll be fun.
Are you doing that just because you have a really good joke about skydiving?
No, well, I mean, so my buddy...
So you can continue to use that joke?
So yeah, exactly.
It's continuous. It's even more timely now than ever.
I gotta bring it back. My buddy Dave, who brought me shooting last year and who owns a gym here in town, he also is a... He's got like 700 jumps under his belt. He does those competitions where like 50 guys will jump out of the plane at the same time, and they try to make formations and stuff like that in the sky. And so he's been using this indoor skydiving thing to learn new techniques for those like synchronized jumps. So I guess it's a big thing in the skydiving community. And so since he is well versed at it, he's like, I'll take you on Friday. So me and Ali Sultan is gonna go indoor skydiving with me.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I know. Well, I mean, he won't be scared. He's survived Yemen, so I don't
think.
Very
good point. Very good point. Will there be video of that you can share on social media later on Saturday? Because
yes.
I want to see your cheeks.
I will be Insta-storying the whole thing, so comedian Joe Larson, check that out.
Excellent.
And I will probably edit together some video and throw it on YouTube as well.
Good. All right.
Yeah.
That's great. Since you just brought up social media, and I know you guys got some material about how we're all addicted to our phones and stuff. How are you? It's 2020, January. How much are you on your phone? How addicted are you for real these days?
100%. It's just worse now than ever.
Really?
Yeah. I think the problem is like, for me at least, is I started to get a little success, and so then I got like more people following and more people like, hey, sending me messages.
More things to check on.
Yeah, more people commenting on things, and so my dry bar special came out. And I got like 1 million views in 2 weeks, and so I get all these comments on YouTube and things like that, and they're hilarious because some of them dry bars.
This could lead right into that. Sure,
for Mormons,
all about it.
Dry bar is it was created by VidAngel. VidAngel basically chopped up movies and took out all the parts that are good, so that people that
you're not wrong, but that's not how people normally say it when they did some work with them.
Yeah, well, no, it's so it's but what they do is they make it so milquetoast that it's and so you can, when you go to a movie that like you're like, I want to watch Die Hard but without any murder or swearing or fucking, and it's like, all right, well, I guess it's gonna be a short movie,
it's gonna be the beginning and ending credits.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do you guys like music over words? So I did a dry bar special, and with comedy, they're like, you can't. It's not just clean. You can't take the Lord's name in vain. You can't disparage marriage. You can't disparage your spouse. You can't talk bad about your children. You cannot talk about suicide. You can't talk about drugs of any kind. You can't. So it's like the list of you can'ts are incredible. And I'm not a dirty comic, but I found myself chopping up my set like crazy. And I even did one joke that I thought was pretty innocuous because you taped 2 shows, and I got the biggest groan I've ever gotten. You'd think that I was like, so I'm fucking a baby. And no, but like it was just a normal, regular joke. And they're like, ah! So I cut that on the second show. Went well. So anyway, these people, they watch my special on there, and they love it, and it's their cup of tea, and it's for them.
Yeah.
And I made it for them. This is what it was for. You guys wanted my comedy with your parameters, and then I put it on your platform. Great. But then they go to my YouTube, and then they go, oh my goodness, Joseph Larson took the Lord's name in vain, and that is not okay with me.
Yeah.
It's hilarious the amount of people that have the name, like one of them was like grace above all, right? Grace meaning like to give one the opportunity to make a mistake and move forward. And she chastised me like nobody's business. I was like, do you know what grace means? All I did was take the Lord's name in vain, and I said the word shit. Yeah. And she was like, I'm giving you a downvote, the first downvote on this video because you took the Lord's name in vain. And I was like, well, which Lord? Zeus? Muhammad? I don't know which one you're talking about. And
that was on no, just to clarify, so that was on one of your
That was, like,
original YouTube
Yeah,
videos?
so I have a clip from me at the Comedy Works that is on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's not for them. You know, it's for mass consumption. This is more generally what I do.
Yeah,
And
like what you're doing here.
Yeah, and then she came onto that platform and was like, "Oof, boy, I thought I liked you. I thought you were a good man." It's great. It cracks me up.
Yes.
It's so funny.
So when you were here a year ago, January, did you know that had you been asked to do Dry Bar comedy special yet?
I'd been asked a couple of times, but we couldn't find a date.
Couldn't find a date.
Just because I'm busy or they're busy or whatever the thing was. And so it finally happened in, whatever, October or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, the Dry Bar comedy specials have come up on this show before. Like, you're one of, that group is getting bigger that are doing this.
Totally.
Mary Mack has one. Kevin Bozeman, I think, is coming back to Acme soon. He's got one.
He's
Kermit
super funny.
Apio, who you and I are both good friends with, has got one. Quite a few people.
Yeah.
So Bent Washburn, who we were just talking to Louis Lee about.
Yeah.
He has several. He also has a connection of formerly being a Mormon, which is where they
Is he no longer a Mormon?
No.
Wow. I bet you didn't bring that up on it.
Nope. Tommy Ryman is another person that has one on Dry Bar. Now, here's the thing, because I really want to dig into this.
Okay. I like when anybody says, "Here's the thing."
So they have...
Because you got an idea.
So they have filters for the comedy specials.
Yes.
Right now we're just talking about the comedy specials right now, the Dry Bar comedy specials. They have filters.
Yeah.
That you can.
If you don't want, anything sexual at all, you can take that out. If you don't like black people, you can take that out.
No, you can't.
You know, there's all these filters. They're like they have a Jews filter. They have a no Jews. They have a lot of filters on there.
You just click on Auschwitz.
Yeah.
Terrible. That is so wrong.
The original Burning Man.
Yeah. Oh my goodness! So I'm right now as we're speaking.
Okay.
I'm clicking on my VidAngel app.
Oh, you have a VidAngel app.
Yeah.
Okay, so this isn't the Dry Bar app. This is the VidAngel app.
No.
Okay.
That's where you find Dry Bar videos. Like yours that I paid $1 for to watch the other night.
What? You paid $1 for it?
I
Nice.
sure did.
All right, you're an idiot because if you have the Dry Bar app, you can watch it for free.
No.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Okay. Well, I'll be doing that next time. Let me tell you. Can I get you owe me $1 now somehow.
What?
No.
I'm leaving.
In fact, look at my stuff. There's you right there. See
Look
that?
at that. Nice.
See that camera? See
That's
that?
a good looking shot too. That's a beautiful man.
There's
right
oh my God, speaking of that, I forgot to mention at the beginning here that we're doing video now.
Yeah.
Obviously, if people are seeing that right now, but we have like 4 episodes already, full audio and video on YouTube, Acme's YouTube channel.
That's great.
So people need to subscribe, and you will not miss any episodes. We still post just the audio all over the place. Apple, Stitcher, Podbean hosts it, but we also have full audio and video now on Acme's YouTube channel. We've got ones with Sean Patton, Jackie Cation, Mike E. Winfield, Bent Washburn. The last 4 we did, and now today, Joe Larson. So there's that.
One of them all. You're welcome.
Joe Larson, by the way, the son of a working comedian.
No longer working comedian.
Started comedy at an early age, has always had a knack for making light of any situation.
Oh, Christ, are you reading a bio? Jesus.
No, I'm done with that. Here's the thing. We go to the filters. Can we talk about the filters?
Well, let's talk about it, because I've never clicked through it.
Yes! This is
better. Exciting.
This is even better. So when I purchased this the other night, and then it immediately says, please set your filters to watch your movie. Okay. So here are some of them for Joe Larson's. By the way, just in comparison, you have 10 potential filters that we could put on your special.
Okay.
Tommy Ryman?
Yeah. Zero. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is they sent you this thing that beforehand that said like, hey, if people click on filters, it makes it so that you can make less money on this thing or whatever, you know. So every time somebody clicks a filter, you get paid less for the royalty element of it.
What?
Yeah. I think I'm actually not supposed to say this. I think I might have signed something that said I'm not supposed to say this.
Oh, well, we can cut that out.
No, you know what? Fuck it. Don't. What are they going to do? Not give me the money I'm already not going to make? $1.
$1. Hello.
Yes, $1.
Somebody's paying.
I'm doing pretty well. But yeah, no, it's
so obviously that's to encourage you to just skip all the things that they may not approve of.
Totally. But what's funny is like I just can't. I'm not dirty, but I'm I'm not sunshine and rainbows. I don't know what the thing is. Like, I guess I'm clean edgy. Is that what I don't know. It's actually caused me to think a lot more about like what the branding of what I do is.
Oh, I bet.
Because a lot of people are like, oh, you're clean. It's like, yeah, kind of, but
there's some pussy talk.
Yes, I do have the pussy joke, but you know, but like for the most part, it's not an offensive set. It's interesting.
Very relatable family stuff.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's also like it's not without its edge and its teeth. You know, so it's been an interesting experience, that one. Yeah. 10 possible filters.
10 possible filters.
Wow.
For Joe Larson.
Wow. I wonder who has the most. I wonder what the most is.
If I ever have the time, I will search that because I am interested in that.
Yeah.
So
what are the filters?
So with no filters, the runtime
Yeah.
of Joe Larson Champion, which is the name of it.
Yeah.
Did you choose that, Champion?
I did.
Okay. The runtime, no filters, 30 minutes, 2 seconds.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know what the... Do you know, Joe Larson, the length of this special that you can still pay $1 for and then put all the filters on? Which, by the way, I tried the other night, and it did the for so long
thing.
loading.
Yeah.
It never started because it took so freaking long to do all these filters. It would have brought it down to 3 minutes.
Are you kidding me?
3 minutes.
That's so...
That's less than like a Conan segment, right? That's less than like a Tonight Show. 3 minutes, Joe. That's not comedy.
I love that a family would sit down to watch comedy. Like they got the popcorn.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, you got it. Ready? Start it. Okay. Oh, it's time to. Oh, we're done. We're done.
Yeah, that was it.
That is so great.
That was it.
That is wonderful. I feel like I know what it feels like to be a woman and go home with a man and be like, this is probably going to be 30 minutes and 3 seconds.
You're promising me 30. I'm getting 3.
Yeah, exactly. I'm getting 3. This is...
Wow. All right.
That is so funny.
So we'll go through some of these.
Yeah, what are the...
First filter is something they describe as objectionable or disturbing/scary. And that would be when the comedian, the comedian's joke implies a depressed man may commit suicide.
Yep.
So they didn't like that one.
Yeah, well, that one, I took that one out.
Not exactly.
No? Oh, there might have been another one. Yeah, no, what I found in editing my set was I talk about murder or suicide a lot. I was like, maybe I should probably go to therapy. This is a little disturbing. Yeah.
Your next special will be learning a lot about myself.
Yeah. The Mormons have taught me more about myself than anything else.
See,
yeah,
a lot of good comes out of this. Yeah, see, you stop drinking coffee. Let's see. So there's that one. We got the no. It even gives you the choice if you'd like to filter the opening and closing credits.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which I don't really understand.
Wow.
Anyway, here we got 5 right here.
And Tommy didn't have that one? There was no credits on this?
Clean as could be. So here we got bodily functions that they had a problem with. You describing bodily functions.
Bodily functions. I'm trying to
Now you're thinking?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what joke that was.
Okay.
Where is bodily? Oh, yeah. A bit about Costco.
Yeah. A comedian jokes about wetting your pants.
Oh, yeah, wetting your pants, that too. Yeah, wetting your pants, and then...
Offensive!
Yes, wetting your pants.
A comedian jokes about urinating on another man.
Yeah, which is... That's comedy right there. I mean, if you don't think that's comedy...
I love the fact that before you did this, like you had to go through your tried and true jokes and been like, how can I... What can I take out to still make it work? What can I switch? Because I noticed one key thing that you switched, and I thought it was really interesting.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. A comedian jokes about a grandpa urinating. I remember that.
Okay.
Do you remember that reference?
No, I don't.
It's because someone in the
in the audience. I did
laughs.
crowd work.
So was that real crowd work?
Just crowd work.
That was just crowd work. Yeah. That was great. Really funny. Yeah. Someone has a laugh that sort of goes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And and I joked that he laughs like your grandfather pees.
Funny joke.
Yeah.
Especially that it's off the
right.
cuff.
That's
Even
right.
funnier. Even funnier. A comedian jokes about pooping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was the Costco one.
Okay. All right. Yep. And then A comedian jokes about needing to use the bathroom.
I don't even.
We could edit that out though. When we rewatch it again, we don't want that in there. Blasphemy. Blasphemy. You said God at one point.
No, I said gosh.
God. Well, that's interesting, because on their filter, it says G and then the star. You know.
Yeah.
Because when you don't want to. Yeah. I could hit this and it will filter
That's
out
so
what they're telling
fascinating.
me is G-D, which does not spell gosh.
No, but because there's one where I go, oh my. No, I said, oh my word. That's what it was. I said, oh my word, because I normally say, oh my God.
Yeah.
And so I said, oh my word.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Uh-huh.
And that was,
Yeah.
He almost said the thing.
Let me see. If I click on that, how much does that... But then again, if I click on that to filter, it doesn't take any time off. So I'm not sure. Anyway.
Maybe they when did you check Ryman's one?
Yesterday or the day before.
Okay, cool.
And then one last one here.
Yeah.
Kissing. What did you say? Heterosexual? Well, a man kisses the photo of a woman. A man kisses the photo of a woman.
That is hilarious. So on the intro, it's...
Oh my God! Because I watched it with my wife, and I was like, and then I was reading her the filters. I go, what part did he talk about?
I know.
Kissing a picture.
So the guys who the people who the director of the intro was like, oh, you know what'd be funny is if you kiss this photo of Taylor Swift, and I was like, all right, and so that was at their direction. That is hysterical.
You know what? They knew you'd do it, and Tommy Ryman would refuse.
Yes, true. Mm-hmm. That's true. Yeah.
Wow.
That's really funny.
So the whole mini intro thing, that was all them. Like, hey, we're gonna have you run through a store, or what the heck?
No, there was a couple things. Like I was like, oh, I'm using the scooter, and I'm doing this and that and the other.
Right, yeah.
And then they were like, oh, what about this? And I was like, all right, I'll do it all, and you can just chop it up, put what you want in.
Yeah.
You know, and then the one thing I did want to do was they have you do the walkout, and I was like, it would be really funny if I started in my underpants and had clothes along the way and just got dressed on the way. And they were like,
I didn't see that.
They were like, absolutely not. I was like, that's funny to not be ready and just be putting on a suit as you walk down the hall. And they were like, we're not going to do that.
Yeah. That's fucking awesome, man.
It was hysterical.
That is so great.
Yeah.
That is so
Yeah,
great.
it's just children. It's so funny. It's slave labor the way they do the whole production. Like, it's done for no money. It's whenever the colleges in town has a video, audio video mastery.
That's who's shooting it, you think?
Yeah, and so it's just all these 12-year-olds, 12-year-old Mormon kids.
And Ben Washburn was here a few weeks ago, and he, like I said, he has some, and I was asking him about it. He said that there's even kids in the audience.
Oh yeah.
No, you addressed one.
Yeah, there was a 13 or 12-year-old in the audience. Like, there's children here. This is not. Again, I'm clean, but people say family friendly. It's like It's not. It's not for kids.
No.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't have jokes for children. I'm sorry. It doesn't. I don't even like doing colleges, because it's just they think everything's gonna work out, and it's not. You know. And then I come out there and I go, hey, yeah, nothing works out, and they're like, what are you talking about? You know, they're going like, I'm gonna be a doctor. My parents pay for everything, and I'm fucking college kids. Like, this is great. You know, I don't know what
that is the life, man. Yeah, and then you come across as mean because you're pointing out that their dreams may not work out.
Yeah, totally.
That's mean, Joe.
Yeah.
Stop being mean.
Yeah, you got to be positive.
Stop being mean.
I'm not positive.
Stop. You're positively not positive.
I'm positively not positive.
So the dry bar thing overall,
that was
great experience.
An interesting experience.
Especially now learning about all the filters.
Yeah, and it was fascinating to put the set together and to do it in front of that audience, because it was there were surprises in the moment for sure. But that being said, I think that a lot of times we have this thing where the powers that be, the people who complain are the most conservative of the group. They're not the average of the group.
Oh, for sure.
So the other people that I taped with were much more Mormon clean than me.
Oh, okay.
And didn't have the responses. And didn't get the people coming up afterwards. Oh my God, I want to,
Yeah.
So it's fascinating to me that, like the one lady who was like, you used the Lord's name in vain on a clip that wasn't even on Dry Bar, and I can't, and it's like, okay, well, yeah, this isn't for you.
Yeah.
But those are the people that are going to complain. I mean, to be the kind of person that would comment on a YouTube video, first off, not the kind of person I want to hang out with.
Mm-hmm.
And then B, to be like, these are the big problems that I have. It's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
So it is interesting to see that for the most part, I felt like even in the room, I could have pushed it further, but I knew that wasn't what they were looking for.
Yeah.
Like kind of like if you ever got to watch Hedberg's Comedy Central Presents.
Of course.
It's great. So when you watch it, if you get the DVD, and back when you could buy a DVD, or for you kids, a coaster. When you get the DVD, he included 2 sets on there. He included the set that they aired, which was gangbusters. And then he concluded the set that was taped raw. And he ate such a dick.
Oh.
And it's fascinating. And I learned so much from that, where I was like, oh, this is not for this audience right here. They got post, and they're going to make it look like it wants to look. But if you ever get the chance, audience listening to this, Hedberg's, I think he only did one Comedy Central Presents. It was like one of the first years it was out. And he had recorded an album, so he was trying to do material that wasn't on the album.
Yeah.
So he did 30 minutes and just ate shit. And then he was like, all right, you guys hated that, so here's some old stuff. And then he did some old stuff, and it did well. And then the edited piece is like new bit, old bit, new bit, old, and all of it is just cavity-inducingly sweetened. You would think that he was just murdering, like Night at the Apollo, like this crazy.
Yeah.
People
The
getting out of
Sandman's
it. Yeah.
coming out.
Oh yeah, exactly. But no, but when you watch the raws, and it's like, ooh, that was brutal.
Wow.
Yeah, fascinating.
Wow. When you were here last year, that was the same week your album came out.
That's right. Yeah.
Getting some spins on Sirius XM and all
Quite a
that,
few.
Pandora and
Quite a
everything?
few. I got I think about 10 million on Pandora this year, so it's not bad. Yeah, it's good. People
Nice.
seem to like it.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
Very cool. I just realized one final thing I want to ask about Dry Bar. And I've looked at that site several times, and I never noticed it. I saw it where it said tip the creator.
Yes.
I saw that every time I looked at it for last couple of years, and never have hit it. And then I did. I didn't realize that's the performer going, hey,
Yeah.
if you want to, if you
Yeah,
liked
give me
what you
some
saw,
Totally.
$1, $5, $10,
Yeah.
more.
Pass the bucket, basically.
Yeah.
It's-
When they told you that was part of it, were you like, great, I want it, or like, ugh, I'm asking for...
I don't care.
Yeah?
It didn't bother me.
Okay.
I think that some people might be bothered by that, but I'm like, I don't know. I mean, the way I sell my merch, even after the shows, I put out a bucket and I go, throw whatever you want in there and take something if you want it.
Okay.
If you want it, I want you to have it. If you don't want it, don't, I don't want you to feel any pressure. just, if you only have $8, throw $8 in there. I don't give a shit.
Sure.
This is to get my name out there and get the word out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of view it as another opportunity to say something funny.
Yeah.
Like every time that I get a chance to do a thing that is not necessarily stand-up, it's like, okay, great. How do I be funny in this?
Yeah. That's how you should be doing it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Just like that response. Hilarious.
Just to compare to a couple different ones, I watched yours, and then I clicked on a few others. Tip the creator,
Yeah,
and like Ross Bennett, another person who's been on this podcast.
He's so funny. I love Ross.
Yes, but his tip the creator little video is very sincere. I mean, he's just
really?
like, if you like, this is what I love to do. I love telling jokes, and if you liked it, I will accept gratuity. Absolutely. I mean, he doesn't make one joke. It's just very like.
That is gross.
is-
That's
this
gross
is
to me.
gross.
That's just that's gross.
Okay.
That's gross.
I wasn't making fun of him or picking on him.
I'm
just saying
calling Ross tonight. Ross, you've been on late night. You're a very accomplished comedian. What the fuck are you doing?
He skips the opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah, he really does.
Yeah, Doug Benson was the guy who taught me that. Like when he was doing he did some show, and he was like, it's just an opportunity for me to be funny in a different way. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm a comedian. That's what I'm supposed to do all the time. Like,
Sure.
I remember when I did America's Got Talent, they were like, So I want you to be really sincere. And I was like, fuck sincere. I was like, I'm just going to be funny all of the time. Can I do that?
Yeah.
And no, they didn't like that.
When was that?
It was the last season Howard Stern was on, whatever that was.
So did you get on the TV version?
I got through 3 rounds. I did the first round. I did New Jersey Performing Arts Center, and then I did Radio City.
You did?
Yeah. And
how
then,
did I miss this?
And then the next round was when the audience votes, right?
Yeah.
So these are all like judges rounds. So it's Howard Stern, Howie Mandel, Mel B, and Heidi Klum. And first round was the round at New Jersey Performing Arts Center was incredible. The audience was being a little tight, and then I go up and I have a great set, and Heidi goes, "Oh my God, that was incredible! I love." Mel B was like, "That was amazing." And then, "What about you, Howie?" And Howie just goes, "Yeah, it was good." And Mel B goes like, "What? Where's some enthusiasm?" And I go, "Yeah, Howie, where's your goddamn enthusiasm?"
Yeah.
And then Howard Stern stood up out of his chair and then got up on the desk and said, "How about this? An enthusiastic hell yes, you're going through." And then there's a standing ovation, and it was crazy, right? And then we got to Radio City, and a very similar thing happened. All 4 yeses. It's amazing. You're going through. And then the next time was supposed to be at Radio City again, and they were supposed to be voting. And I was like, okay, when's my set time? When's my set time? When's my set time? And then, yeah, we're going to cut you. And so they only showed like 2 of my jokes on the television and didn't really.
And it was more like, hey, remember this guy you were maybe checking on? There's his, but goodbye.
Yep, totally. So,
no shit.
Yeah, it was really not fun.
Oh.
The experience of doing the shows was like super exciting because it was, it's 6,000, 7,000 seat theater, and it's super. There's a lot of excitement going on. And,
did you get a chance to actually meet Howard Stern at all?
No, they don't let you. And then they had me, and there's also a lot of clips of me talking to other performers backstage. Because when you have, as my manager said, they should call it America's Got Special Needs. America's Got Disabilities. There's a juggler with like 2 fingers, and there's a blind guy dancing, and some lady with no legs being a gymnast.
I watched quite a few episodes of the guy that swallows glass and whatnot, regurgitates it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Talent. Okay.
Do that for an hour on stage. Nightly.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I can only imagine. Yeah. Do you enjoy watching your cat hawk up a fur ball? Come on out tonight. See it in a human. But yeah, so I was kind of one of the only normal people backstage that could hold a conversation and kind of interview and talk to people.
You had value.
So backstage, they had me talk to everyone.
Sure.
So I get 2 jokes on air, and I get like a ton of backstage, and they're like, so people would watch the show, and be like, "Oh, there's Joe. Oh, there's Joe. Oh, there's Joe." But if they didn't know who I was, it wasn't like, and here's his set, and here you get to vote for. It was
most valuable talker.
It was really It was the biggest opportunity that went absolutely nowhere.
So that show's back on right now. Like it has new episodes.
Yeah.
And the other night I had it on, and they're like talking, and they're bringing back like best ofs or something, right?
Tom Cotter did it recently.
Dan Natterman.
Natterman. I love Natterman.
He's been on this podcast as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I'm an old-timey announcer.
Yeah, I'm old Mark Norman.
Yeah. Oh my God. Does he know that?
Who, Mark Norman?
Either.
Yeah. Well, Natterman's been around a lot longer than Norman, so it's really Norman is a young Dan Natterman.
Wow.
And they're both young Norm McDonald's, huh?
Yeah, that's all I hear now.
Yep.
Holy crap. That's wild. Anyway, I watched the Natterman set, I don't know, a week or 2 ago.
Yeah.
It didn't go that well, and I said to my wife, she was watching with him, like, this sucks for these guys.
Totally.
It's unfair for these guys, and I say guys, just the performers in general. It doesn't matter what
whatever
color, what they
identify
are,
as.
what gender. I'm just saying guys.
Yeah.
It's not fair. And then you got freaking Heidi Klum.
Yeah. Totally.
judging your comedy. Like, oh,
Well,
this
and-
isn't fair either.
So do you know Matarese, Joe Matarese?
Yes.
So Matarese was on a couple years before me, and he had this, like, if you go back and watch his first set on there, it is the perfect set. It bookends. It's got a linear path through it. It's honestly, you got to watch Joe Matarese on America's Got Talent, his first set. Then you got to watch his second set, and his second set looks like the ramblings of a madman. And since he has some connections, he went on. This is before Stern was part of the show. He went on Stern. He went on a couple other different things, and talked about it, because what had happened is he had a great set on his second set. All 4 judges said, absolutely, you're going through. Producers decided afterwards, you're not.
No, we
So
need somebody
then
else.
What they did was they took his setups and his punchlines and mixed them up. So they would take a punchline from another joke and put it to a setup of an original joke, and it made him look like a psycho. And then they taped the judges again, just making faces like, what? And then, like, I don't know, yeah, absolutely. And they voted him off. So they reshot that. That's the thing about, you have no control.
Yeah, I
when
was
you
just
sign
gonna
a
say,
contract.
when you or any other person signs up to do that, agrees to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're agreeing to let them.
Oh,
You have no
yeah.
fight. Like, oh, fuck. There's a chance they could really manipulate this.
Yeah, and then you look at if they decide to put you to a holding contract, like if you win, right? If you win, you make $250. You get a $10,000 holding contract, right? And then every performance that they set up for you. Now, granted, if you win America's Got Talent, you could be selling out theaters, right?
Oh yeah, it's worked out really well for some people.
Cotter, I know this. He does corporate gigs, and he'll make like $50,000 a corporate gig, sort of thing, because he took second and they didn't sign him, right? But for the next year, they own you, and your take home from any gig is $2,500, and they get all the rest. So, and that's the tiniest amount of money that AGT gets. Like, they just, my manager, when she looked over the contract, she said, okay, well, this is the worst contract in show business.
Oh my god!
But it is an opportunity to get some fans. So, your call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild.
That's very wild. Last time you were here, I left with a T-shirt based on one of your jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Emotional support. We could just say that. And not,
Yeah.
Do you still have those available?
I do. I got.
You have them here this week?
I have 5.
5 different sizes?
No, just 5 T-shirts.
5 T-shirts.
I have 5 T-shirts left, and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you wore it in a picture with, I think it was Zimmerman.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. On that one. And then he was selling a shirt that week too. So I should have.
You should have worn his shirt today. Full circle.
Although I have like 6 layers on right now because of the cold we talked about. So we'd never get down to that. I have it on now. I'm just not going to show you.
Turn into a strip show. Yeah.
I have it on. You're gonna have to take my word for it.
Well, fair enough.
I also, before we run out of time, I also need to point out that you told definitely one of the greatest, most memorable stories ever last time you were here about a tattoo.
Yes.
Yeah. People need to go back and listen to that. It's like in the second half of the last time you were here, episode 326.
Yeah, episode 326. You can fast forward to the bulk of it. It's an okay episode until the end.
It could be the greatest freaking episode at the beginning, but it's the whatever tops greatest.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So
when he tells a story about a tattoo,
when I have a buddy who is tattooed head to toe, like from here down, his entire chest is a big buffalo head that turns into an Indian headdress thing, and the eye of the buffalo is his nipple. It's pretty great. He has sleeves on his ass, like he has all of his legs done, that sort of thing. And then when I got this one tattoo, and he saw it, he goes, "Well, you beat me." So, if you want to know about that tattoo, what is the episode again? It's
326.
326. Go listen to it.
Yep. Just go ahead and search Joe Larson.
Yep.
No laugh track. 326. You will find that, and it is.
Yeah, people ask me, they go, "Are you gonna get another tattoo?" I'm like, "Well, I climbed Everest. What are you?
Yeah.
What else are you gonna do? Like, what? Oh, you want to go hiking? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I got no reason for that.
I thought about asking, have you got any more? But I pretty much knew. There's no why.
Well, why would you? Why would you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have a different question. Have you done anything else stupid in the last year?
I mean, wow.
The only reason I'm saying that, Joe, is because at the end of that, of EP366, you go, boy, I'm going to have to do something really stupid by the time I come back next year.
Wow.
So those are your words, not
no,
mine.
Oh, trust me. No, that's not something that's completely understandable. I've done a lot of really dumb things in my life. I'll do just about anything for a story, That's
I love that.
That's the thing. Let's see here. The only thing I did that was really risky this year that I can remember was I got my hands on some mushrooms, and then what I did was I took them the moment I got on the stage.
To do how long of a set?
To do a 35-minute set. And now it takes about 30 minutes for mushrooms to kick in. And I said to people as I walked on stage, I said, I don't know if anybody here has done mushrooms, but it takes 30 minutes for it to kick in. I'm doing a 35-minute set. And then I put a bunch of them in my mouth, and I started to chew, and I said, who knows what the end of this show is going to look like? Yeah.
And?
Yeah. Well, it was funny because, people would, around 30 minutes, I don't know if they were doing, I don't know, if they were doing it on purpose, but, somebody would make a bird chirping sound. I'm like, what the fuck is it? And it turned into a whole, interactive experience with the audience. So, I don't know if that's it's no tattoo story, but
I would love to be a part of that audience.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was kind of a theme of people knew that it wasn't like you come out to Acme and I'm gonna shit all over the fact that this is a club and a stage,
right.
but it was in New York and it's like
that's
this.
what I assumed.
Yeah, it's one of those shows where it's like, yeah, it's a free show. You guys want to come out? All right, let's see what we can do here. Let's be fun. Yeah, I've done that. I don't know if I told you, I've performed completely naked before.
Oh, no.
For a nudist colony with Dave Attell and Big J. Okerson. They weren't naked. I was naked. I before the tattoo. I got a email. This lady was like, hey, do you want to do this theater in Times Square? And it was a certain date and the money was fine. So they go, yeah, cool. And she was like, okay, great. Here's the details. This is showtime. Here's call time. And here's the other people on the show. And it's me. It's Gary Veeder. It's Big J. Okerson.
America's Got Talent's Gary Veeder.
Yeah. And he's got, and Dave Attell and a couple other comics. And then I'm like, oh, wow, that's a great lineup. She goes, oh, yeah, by the way, we're a nudist group. Young naturalists, and we're all going to be naked. Yeah. And if you want to be naked, you can too, haha. And I had just had kids, so I was like, I'm not going to have any good stories unless I take some risks. So yeah. So I call my buddy up and I go, hey, I'm going to do a show naked, and I need you to come so that I don't chicken out. So he was like, all right, man. And so I get to this place and I'm terrified, and I put on a bathrobe. And I'm waiting backstage, and you want to make a decent showing, in every sense of the form. So,
come on.
I don't know if when you're nervous.
Show her.
Yeah, when you're nervous, all of your blood goes to fight or flight muscles, right? It goes to your arms and your legs, and it goes away from anything else. Mm-hmm. So it's as if I had just jumped into it's like I was walking outside today. My balls and my dick were inside of my body as far as they could get.
Sure.
I was, And so I was like, well, this isn't going to work.
They're trying to not be there anymore.
100%. They felt just like I did. I don't want to do this. Yeah. And so I'm yanking on it, trying to get it to make some kind of showing, bring myself back to life a little bit. And absolutely nothing was working. And the more nothing worked, the more nervous I got. And the more nervous I got, the further it went in. And I was like, oh, Christ, now I'm going to go out there some kind of midway through gender reassignment looking,
You're a eunuch now.
Yeah, totally. I was just, and I walked out on stage, and I had all these funny things that I had planned on saying that I thought, oh, this will be great.
Can I guess something like imagining the crowd naked?
Yeah.
You already are.
Yeah, I mean, no, not at all.
Not that awful.
I said funny. No, and so I took off my bathrobe and I put it on the mic stand, and I just started hyperventilating, like you jump into cold water. And I was like, I just started like, just say jokes, just say jokes, just say jokes, And one of the things that I said when I said I was going to be naked, the lady goes, "Cool, don't worry, there's no pictures." And I was like, okay, I assumed, but
yeah, right.
So I just started telling jokes. About 4 minutes into my set, I'm like, I'm calming down a little bit. I'm like, oh, it's just okay. We're good. And now I've got some. I'm going to now go back to those jokes that I had kind of written about how nervous I was and this and the other. And as soon as I start to tell one, 3 flashes go off in the back of the room, and now I'm back in that vat of cold, just hyperventilating. And I wrap up and I get off stage and I put on my clothes and I go out front. And I find the woman who's running the thing, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You said there was not going to be pictures, and I'm arguing with her back and forth. And this woman, it was February, so in order to smoke, you had to put on all of your winter clothes and walk outside and smoke. And then you had to come back inside and take off all of your winter clothes. That coat room looked just jam-packed. And this woman gets down to her bra and her panties to go in there, and we're arguing right next to her, and she goes, "You know what? This is uncomfortable."
What? No.
And she walks into the theater before she takes off the rest of her clothes.
Would you do it again?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
No. It was not. It was not exciting. It wasn't fun. There's no part of it that was enjoyable. I thought like, well, this might be a funny experience. It wasn't funny to me. It wasn't, like the only funny parts were like this lady being super uncomfortable. But it was like, it was not an experience that I was like, oh, I get how you could now make it more fun or more funny. I was like, that just sucked and was terrible and frightening and not fun. And it would just be this. It would be worse or the same the next time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. But you got that one under your belt.
Another story.
That's right. You can confirm you will be fully clothed at the sets the rest of the week at Acme.
Define fully.
Mostly?
Mostly. No genitalia really revealed. I will be clothed, yes.
Fair enough. Good to hear. 612-338-6393 or Acme's website to get tickets. We got a Thursday show coming up still, and 2 Friday, 2 Saturday.
Yeah, I think.
I've heard some sellouts possibly.
Saturday. I thought Friday early was sold out too. Is it? Very close.
Okay.
All right.
So, that's good.
Yeah, that's very good.
Let's sell the rest of those tickets and get a packed house
plan.
here. All right. Well,
subscribe
once again. We said that, and we'll say it again.
Subscribe to YouTube. It's Acme Comedy Company at YouTube. What is it? I don't know.
Yeah. Just
look up Acme Comedy
on YouTube.
Brandon wants to be a part of this. Listen to him yelling back there.
That's Brandon Simon, by the way. He helps us every week. He's a manager here.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
His other name is Dave Grohl.
If you want to know what he looks like, just bust out one of your Foo Fighter albums or whatever it would be. Joe, thank you, and I'm looking forward to more stories like this a year from now.
Yeah, we'll see.